I'm Kimberly from Fat Quarter Shop, and today we're going to be sewing part 1 of the 2026 Make-A-Wish charity quilt called Haven. Haven is our 13th annual charity quilt-along benefiting Make-A-Wish Central and South Texas. Our exclusive quilt kit includes all of the fabric to complete the quilt blocks along with the background, borders, and binding, all packaged within an exclusive tote bag. Also within this kit, we give you the full Haven pattern up front so that you can complete the entire quilt if you want to do that before all the videos are filmed. We also have a Haven backing set that comes with an exclusive binding holder. It's so cute, you can use it on lots of projects. We are also offering a limited edition Fat Quarter Shop teddy bear to the first 500 customers that donate $75 or more to our Make-A-Wish campaign. A companion cross-stitch pattern is also available for free, so why don't you go ahead and subscribe to the Fat Quarter Shop Floss Tube channel so you'll have more information on this project. Download your fabric requirements and your part 1 pattern for free exclusively at Fat Quarter Shop, and you can find a link to that in our description box. We're using the True Love collection by Lella Boutique for Moda fabrics, and we're using Bella Solid 9900-200 for our background. I'm going to demonstrate how to make the quilt without paper, but if you're interested in going a little bit faster, you can use the H300 triangles on a roll for your half square triangles, and also the 6-inch triangles on a roll. Also for flying geese, you can also use the 1.5 by 3 inch and 3 by 6 inch It's So Emma flying geese paper. And if you're going to be using the paper, you would follow these little triangles to know which ones you're going to cut differently. And also for quilts, I really love to have my borders length of fabric. So if you want to do that, we cut that as the very first item, A and B in part 1. If you don't want to do length of fabric, you can also do width of fabric and sew them together and trim down to this. But I did this just because this is what I prefer to do. You would cut those first, and then you would cut the rest of your fabric from the top part. Another notion that I think is important is the Creative Grid's 12.5-inch square ruler. You will use that to trim down these blocks, and that is actually what I will be using on camera. Now that you've seen all the fabric you need, your notions, and all the information on your pattern, let's get sewing. So to start, we're going to go to page 2, and our very first step is we're going to make 12.5-inch half square triangles, and we're going to make 8 of them. So you're going to take a fabric N and a fabric H. You're going to put them right sides together. And here, what I like to do is I'm going to pin quite a bit because this is big fabric, and big fabric is going to shift a little bit more than smaller fabric will. And we cut these a little bit bigger so we have room to trim down. What we want to do here is you have your center line right here. We want to draw a line 1/4 inch to the right and 1/4 inch to the left. I'm going to put the 1/4 inch right here and right here. I'm going to draw a line with a friction marker. It will disappear with heat. I'm going to turn that around and do the other side. So from here, you can either use the 1/4 inch mark here, or you can just do 1/2 inch from your previous line. And then here, you're just going to stitch directly on these lines. You don't have to do a smaller stitch length since we're not using paper. You're just going to stitch as close as you can on those lines. When you sew it, it's going to look like this, and we obviously just did red thread so that you could see it on camera. You will then place your ruler right here on the diagonal, and then you're going to cut across, and each of these is going to make 2, and remember, we're going to be making 8. So now that we have these pieces, I'm going to set my seam by putting the heat across the seam. Then I'm going to press to one side. I usually finger press that nice and flat first. I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to press open, and I like to create that openness with my fingers. Turn that back over, make sure it's nice and flat. And when you touch the seam, it should be really flat with no bumpiness. So we wrote this pattern so that this would come out a little bit bigger than what you need. So it needs to be 12.5 inches. So I'm going to put my 12.5 inch square ruler on here and trim all 4 sides. And on triangles that are this big, I really like to use rulers that are the exact size because it's so easy to make a mistake if you're using rectangular rulers on a size this big. So when you're done, you'll have 8 half square triangles that are 12.5 inches unfinished. Now we've completed the first step. Now we're going to make some star corner half square triangles using that same exact technique. These are just going to be smaller at 3.5 inches. You're going to take a fabric I and a fabric D. I'm going to pin on 2 opposing seams. That way it keeps it in place. When you're putting these together, you want to put right sides together. You're going to draw the lines just like you did before, a 1/4 inch away from the center. You're going to stitch directly on those lines. It will look like this with, of course, cream thread. And then I'm going to cut this apart. I'm going to go iron these, and I'm going to show you how to trim these down. So now we're going to trim these down with the 3.5 inch square ruler by Creative Grids, doing that same thing. You want to line up the diagonal line on the ruler across that seam. When you're done, you're going to have 8 half square triangles that are 3.5 inches unfinished. The pattern will tell you to press to one side, but for me, I really think on this quilt, it's important to press open because when you get to your block, there are so many seams. So that will be up to you on if you would like to follow the pattern or press open. I will be pressing open. Now we're going to make 8 flying geese. You're going to use 2 fabric M squares and 1 fabric E rectangle for each of those. You're going to draw a line from corner to corner on your green square, stitch directly on that line, trim a 1/4 inch away and press. And this is where it tells you to press toward the green, but I'm pressing open because I think I get a better result. Once you have this, you're going to add the other square to the right side, stitch directly on that line. Once this is done, you will have 8 flying geese that measure 3.5 by 6.5. So once you've finished these flying geese, you're going to move to page 3, and then you're going to use that same exact technique to make 8 more flying geese. Here, your fabrics are just reversed on the dark and the light. So your fabric G's will be your squares, and your fabric J will be your rectangles, and you will have 8 of each of these, both measuring 3.5 by 6.5. Now we're going to make the last step before the block assembly. We're going to make 4 half square triangles that are 6.5 inches unfinished. You're going to take a fabric C and a fabric L square, put them right sides together, draw the lines a 1/4 inch away from the center. You're going to stitch directly on those lines, cut this apart, iron, and then we're going to trim this down to 6.5 inches square. When you're done, you will have 4 of these half square triangles, and they go in the very center of your block. This is your Haven Star block, which will be your very last step of part 1. You're going to make 4 of these. And I just wanted to show you, you have 2 different sizes of half square triangles, 2 flying geese the same size, just different fabric placement. And this block is all about how you place the fabrics. So just double check how you have it before you put it together. Once you have it together, you're going to be just stitching the 2 vertical lines, pressing, and the 2 horizontal lines and pressing. When you're making this block, it is really important to pin and just make sure you have all of your fabric placement in the right spot. So in summary, in part 1, we made 8 hideaway blocks. Then we made 4 Haven Star blocks. And don't forget, before you start cutting all your fabrics, to cut your length of fabric borders first so you have enough fabric at the very end. Thank you so much for joining me today. We would love it if you could donate to our Make-A-Wish campaign. A link is in the description box. And when you're making your quilt blocks, make sure to hashtag HavenQAL so we can see your progress. And make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks for part 2. And remember, this pattern is free exclusively at Fat Quarter Shop.